Shortlist, welcome Matthew Richardson.
What a game we have here today, Dan. There's been quite a build-up for this one.
The Tigers sprint onto the field, some extremely on edge.
Fields of Melbourne to the stands of Shanghai. It's a grand old flag, it's a high fly.
Umpire tosses the coin. Port Melbourne kicking to the right of screen. Round 15, just waiting for the opening siren now. We're underway. The opening bounce, hit by Edwards. Hand passes. Sends it on its way. Strong mark. Bedazzled with a clinical drop punt. Doesn't cover much ground with that kick. Caught! Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably the mind messes up more shots than the body. Going for goal number 1. The goal for Werribee. What a timely goal! And we have the first goal of the match. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down.
Dishes it off to the running player. Sending it on its way. And the ball goes out of bounds. It gets tapped.
Approaching the goals now. Going for goal number 2. Johnston will be looking for excuses for that shocker. Out of bounds it goes. Gets boot to high. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Disco runs in. Goal to the Tigers. That's 2 in a row for the Tigers. The Borough in trouble. They need to get a move on. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce.
The Tigers are really trailing in the clearance count. They might want to target this as an area to improve, but it's not really being reflected on the scoreboard. Jones, with the kick, the mark will be paid. Edwards kicks the ball. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent. Ward, with the kick, that's a nice strong mark.
Gresham with the kick. A solid mark from Madman. Played on. My goodness, the wee ball has gone so high there'll be snow on that one when it comes down. You'll need a long-range boomer from here, finding the running player. Studley hammers the ball for goal. The Borough already trailing by an uncomfortable margin. He'll be looking to spot the player on the burst.
That's another 50.
A rushed kick. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Kicks. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. A lovely drop punt. Jones claims the ball.
It's played on. Gee, a long kick there. Dynamite catches it, lining it up with the goal now. Dynamite kicks for goal. It's on its way.
Close call, but it's just made it for a score. The Tigers have scored the last 3 goals. The Borough in trouble. They need to get a move on. Lucky we have that goal recorded because it was first rate. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. There's the bounce. Guided down nicely by Edwards. Approaching the goals now. Francis going for number 1. Francis with a massive goal. The Tigers have scored the last 4 goals. The Tigers by 25. Lucky we have that goal recorded because it was first rate. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Edwards with the tap. Chips it down towards half forward. Over the top of the pack. Shoots off the handball. Studley with a great kick. This kick has extended their lead. The Tigers have scored the last 5 goals. Werribee by 31. The kick is about as straight as a shopping trolley, and it's a goal. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Edwards with the tap, with the ball now. Booted by Francis. Short handball from Wallace. Something has gone on behind play, and there will be a free kick. Puts boot to ball. Taken by Green, played on. Handballs. Approaching the goals now. Dynamite gets the mark without contest. Played on. Approaching the goals now. Dynamite shoots for goal. Dynamite just squeezes it over the line. Werribee have scored the last 6 goals. Werribee starting to exert some dominance over Port Melbourne with the lead of 37-0. There's one for the time capsule. Dynamite knows that was something special. Gresham without a touch. The clearance by Edwards. Johnston wastes no time and bangs it forward. Out of bounds in the pocket. Time drying up with only 90 seconds to go. The ruckmen are locked in battle. Guided down nicely by Francis. A desperate kick there. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Disco going for number 2. The Tigers by 43. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Big thump from Edwards. Johnston kicking the ball free of the pack. A good mark under the circumstances. Studley, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. Studley steers the ball towards goal. That's 8 in a row for the Tigers. Werribee over the Borough by 49. All is in readiness. The ball has been bounced. Edwards with the mighty fist. Francis slams it on the boot. Donnan picks up the bouncing ball. Approaching the goals now. Going for goal number 1. Studley takes an uncontested mark. Lining up the goal now. Played on.
Let's play on.
That kick barely went the legal distance. A favourable bounce. Goes inside the forward 50. Sends it on its way. Just fell through. Disco gets number 3. That's 9 in a row for the Tigers. The Tigers in front. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Edwards punches it. Johnston comes away with the ball with the quick hands. Bone Cruncher running in, about to kick. Bone Cruncher did well then. The Tigers bite 61. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce. Edwards with the tap. Jones with the football. Handballs. Dynamite running in, about to kick. Strong mark by Johnston. "50 metres out. Johnston going for number 2. That'll be brought up by the coach at training. 1 quarter down and 3 to go. Plenty of football still to be played. The scores are the Tigers 61, Port Melbourne nothing.
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look second rate.
The first quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
Werribee way out in front of Port Melbourne with the possessions, 86% next to their name. Werribee leading the kicking stats by a considerable margin on 33. The Borough behind with only 7 and may have a hard time catching up.
Enlightening, Richo. Players have received their instructions and they're ready to start play again.
Obstacles are those fruitful things you see when you take your eyes off your goals.
Chips it down towards half forward. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. It's in the air. That kick was gigantic. Great goal. I'm sure we'll look back and exaggerate the distance in years to come. A second goal in the bag. They increase their lead. All is in readiness. The bounce, laser straight. Teddy got the hit out. Goes by hand. Sends the ball out into space. No one in the goal square. Werribee had 1 to their tally. That's 4 goals. The Tigers lead Port Melbourne 73-0. I've got to say, that's even a better goal the second time around. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. And there's the bounce.
The Tigers have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Puts boot to ball. Francis takes the mark. Sending it on its way. Disco marks the ball.
A 45-degree angle for this kick. Puts boot to ball. Great mark over the pack. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Edwards going for number 1. It's in the air. Score for the Tigers. This kick has extended their lead. The Tigers lead the Borough. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Gresham hardly provided a challenge. Bad kick, resulting in a free to the Borough. Out of bounds near the 50. Trims the grass with that one. Disco claims the ball. Played on. Going for goal number 5. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. Disco makes it 5. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Tapped by Gresham. With the ball now. Francis gets a less than pretty drop putt away. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Shoots off the handball. Nicely intercepted by Disco. Disco aiming for the goals. Nice kick. Disco gets number 6. The Tigers in front. Like a banana through a letterbox. What a wonderful goal. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Edwards wins the tap. Terrible timing by Gresham. Has it now. Lobs the handball. Approaching the goals now. The ball is thumped towards goal by Johnston. The Tigers starting to exert some dominance over the Borough with the lead of 92-0. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Great mark under pressure.
It's no wonder Port Melbourne are falling behind with a marking count like that. If they don't start getting into the contest and start taking some marks, this game will be lost for them. Puts boot to ball.
And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. Ball over the boundary line. Ward sends one up towards the wing. Wins the hard ball. Able to grab it on the half volley. Edwards going for number 2. Studley claims it. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Studley with the shot. Perfect kick. Studley making the lead bigger. Werribee in front. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Deftly palmed to advantage. Dynamite has the ball. Puts boot to ball. Hands like dinner plates. Lobs the pass. Johnston going for number 2. What a great goal by Johnston. They increase their lead. Werribee leads by 104. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Werribee are just absolutely dominating the clearances. No doubt that's why they're winning. Edwards with the football, head down, going for goal. The Tigers get the goal.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Clean tap by Edwards. Goes by hand. Approaching the goals now. No contest for that mark. Approaching the goals now. Going for goal number 3. Chalk up a goal for the Tigers. The Tigers lead the Borough by 116. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Gresham, leave the pinatas for the kids. Slams it on the boot. Takes control of the bouncing ball. She's running hot, Richo. Handball short. Nice interception. Low spearing kick. Marked by Studley. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Studley aiming for the goals, takes that one strongly. Slams it on the boot. Unfortunately placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Gains possession. Studley controls it. What a great goal by Studley. That's 4 goals. This one gives them an even bigger lead. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce.
Francis with the football, sending it on its way, lining it up with the goal now. Puts boot to ball. The Fossil takes the mark. Lining it up with the goal now. The Fossil takes a shot. It's going. The Fossil gets the goal. The Tigers lead.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Gresham didn't even get close to that tap. Has it now. Nicely intercepted by Patton. A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Wallace kicks it. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Trims the grass with that one. Wins the hard ball.
Edwards is one of the cleanest marks of the football in the game. Good hand skills there. Quick hands finding the running player. Takes a big bump. Nice interception. It's only a matter of time now. Passes by hand.
Edwards going for number 2. That's a very well executed goal. This one gives them an even bigger lead. Werribee by 134. All is in readiness. Look at that bounce. Punched by Gresham. Maverick picks up the bouncing ball. You've seen a half now, Richo. Your thoughts?
Werribee need to become a team who always want to do better than others. Love the competition. Really stamp their authority on the contest.
Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players performed.
The Borough doing poorly on the scoreboard and have the stats to prove it.
Insightful, Richo. We're halfway through the game now. I can't wait for the next half. players have taken to the ground looking refreshed and they're ready, so let's get the third term going.
What to do with a mistake? Recognise it, admit it, learn from it, then forget it.
Puts boot to ball. He wins the contest. He kicks the ball forward. He gets above the crowd. Booted by Gresham. The loose ball scooped up. Jones gets the ball out of the pack. Bone Cruncher puts it on the boot. Donnan controls. Approaching the goals now. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 30. Disco going for number 7. Pinpoint accuracy from Disco. Werribee leads by 140. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Edwards punches it. Dynamite comes away with the ball. Jams it on the boot. Opportunity for Donnan. Probing kick inside the 50. The ball goes over the line. Umpire calls for a throw-in. The ball has been tossed in. Tapped by Gresham. Dynamite is able to grab it on the half volley. Approaching the goals now. Kicked at goal by Dynamite. His mistake costs him a possession. Edwards picks up the bouncing ball. Edwards whacks one on the boot for goal. Gets boot to high. Oh, tough break. The Tigers in front. He looks for a man on the lead. Francis gets the upper hand. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Too far out to score, surely. Going for goal number 3. All eyes are watching. Kicks goalward, but it won't have the desired outcome. Werribee leads by 142. They may have no option but to kick it long up the middle right here. Francis has it.
Francis always has the ball on a string. Francis goes for goal. Hits nothing with that one.
And the ball goes over the boundary line. Thumps the pigskin. Great grab. Thumps the pigskin. Solid catch. He steadies now in front of goal, 50 metres from home. This game is in danger of spiralling out of control. They must get a goal here. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. Madman decides to play on. We've got a free kick. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. 15 metres out. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. Jones with an easy mark.
Jones will take every opportunity to take a screamer when a step ladder presents itself. Bakes finds the running player, approaching home now. Jeez, poor kicking.
Teammates scrambling to make a lead. Disco giving away the free kick. He spears the ball. Perfect ball, perfect positioning, and a perfect mark. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Studley going for number 5. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? Werribee fight 147.
Werribee has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around the borough. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Great bounce. Takes possession. Handball short. Approaching the goals now. Edwards claims the ball.
Not much of an angle, should be an almost certain goal.
It's a shocking kick. Has it got the carry? What happened there? Time drying up with only 2 minutes to go. He's looking for options now. Lucky bounce collected. Boots it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. A lovely drop punt. Francis takes the mark.
It's clear that Werribee have been practicing their marks during the week. They've racked up plenty of catches, contested or not, and it's showing on the scoreboard. Hit the post, that's a behind.
Teammates scrambling to make a lead. A clean pickup. Only 90 seconds remaining. Bakes approaching home now. The Tigers with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Borough 157-2. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Gains possession. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Who was that to? Studley has had plenty of it, Richo. Inside 50 now. Takes that one strongly. Opportunity now for Edwards. Edwards shoots it. Nice kick. The Tigers beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 163-2.
Werribee has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around Port Melbourne. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
Bounce goes the ball.
Gresham, he's very loyal, but it's not that hard when you're doing what you love. He takes the contested mark. Puts boot to ball. That's a nice strong mark. Sending it on its way. Good mark.
Heads up the corridor. Great grab. Gets boot to leather. Something has gone on behind play, and there will be a free kick. Heads up the corridor. Nice contested mark by Studley. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. Played on. Gets boot to Hyde. Takes that one strongly. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Donnan goes goalward. It's true. This lead getting bigger now. Werribee with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading Port Melbourne 169-2. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Big leap. Gains possession. Dynamite gets it out of the crowd. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Richo, what do you think about that?
I don't give the Borough much of a chance going into this last change. They simply haven't shown enough today to suggest they're any threat.
The third quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. There's one for the time capsule. Time to check the stats. Richo.
Both teams fairly close in the tackling stats. The Tigers 3, Port Melbourne 1. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Tigers will put 93 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. Werribee are dominating the possessions, and that's really reflected on the stat sheet. 81% to 19%.
Enlightening, Richo. The players are starting to feel the strain of the first 3 quarters now.
You and your opponent want the same thing. The only thing that matters is who.
Good drop punt by Teddy. Takes that one strongly. A low kick from Donnan. Nice mark there. Johnston getting into position for the kick. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. Boots it. Nice mark there. Edwards handballs it. Booted by Dynamite. Approaching the goals now. Johnston with a kick at goal. A magnificent kick right through the middle. Johnston puts them further in front. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Tapped by Edwards. Kicks the skin off it. Great grab. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Velvet Sledgehammer shoots it. It's in the air. Werribee are in control of this game.
Werribee are just really comfortable kicking for goal on the run because it's just an extension of their normal field kicking, and they have absolutely no issues there.
There's one for the time capsule. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Punch by Edwards. Approaching the goals now. Handball short. Looking for another goal here. Edwards did well then. If this game were being played on water, the Tigers would be walking on the umpire. bounce is dead straight. Punch by Edwards. Has it now. Johnston with the pass. Approaching the goals now. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Puts boot to ball. Caught. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably the mind messes up more shots than the body. Maverick sends the ball on its way. Great mark under pressure. Francis plays it on. Going for goal number 3. Goes wide for a behind. If this game were being played on water, Werribee would be walking on it. He's looking for options now. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Play on is the order from the ump. Great mark over the pack. Maverick will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown. That's a massive kick. Nice mark there. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Velvet Sledgehammer slots the goal. A second goal in the bag. It looks like the Tigers have this one in the bag. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce.
The Tigers are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. Good hand skills there.
Maverick gets it on the bounce. Goes towards half forward. And that ball is out of bounds. The umpire will throw it in. The ruckman battle for position. Edwards with the first touch. Approaching the goals now. Francis with the shot. If this game were being played on water, the Tigers would be walking on it. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Clean tap by Edwards. Jams it on the boot now. No contest for that mark. Maverick lines it up. He'll need a long-range boot. A nothing kick. Maverick watching the ball. What was that? And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. He kicks and clears the ball out of the 50. Caught. Lining up the goal now. 60 metres out. Dynamite plays on. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt. Studley again, Richo. A short handball.
No chance. Ball
We'll
up.
get a ball up. It gets tapped. Head down, going for goal. Now the kick is no good.
He looks for a man on the lead. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Opportunity now for Banks. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Going for goal number 2. Drifts wide to go through for a behind. Only 90 seconds remaining. He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Nice mark under pressure. Here's a chance for Jones. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Going for goal number 1. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Play on is the call. Sends it on its way. Dynamite takes the mark. Approaching the goals now. Dynamite drives the ball towards goal. Well, for me, a few words come to mind for that kick, but none of them are allowed on air. What are your thoughts, Richo?
And I think we can all guess what those words are.
Looks like he'll go out wide. Hands like dinner plates. Jams it on the boot. Nice work from Jones. And the mark will be paid. Here's a mighty kick of the footy. Dynamite claims the ball.
Dynamite's got an amazing vertical leap. Passes by hand. Sending it on its way. It's a mark. Lining it up with the goal now. Velvet sledgehammer. Handballs it. He drops the mark. Ward picks it up. Not much time remaining in the match. Approaching home now.
Holding the ball is the call. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Almost in the bag from this position, you would think. Slots it. Francis extends the lead from that kick.
From the playing fields of Melbourne to the stands of Shanghai, we will fight our battles to the end. We will surely leave a mark. Where the Tigers
Final scores are 2-15 to 2. Well, that's all we have time for. We only part to meet again, maybe next weekend.